Well, after a solid month of surviving the wilds, we have finally dug out a nice little niche of our own, featuring our own house, cooking food, a bountiful farm, and most importantly, we have our life still intact after a very close call last episode. Matter of fact, you can look at my improvised wooden armor and you can see that single ram hit yesterday completely took out my armor, leaving me a lot worse for wear. But aside from that, we are making progress, and today is going to be an absolute slog, as I want to start up the Metal Age, right? As we have anvil and clay molds around the area with a crucible inside. On top of that, we also have charcoal cooking up so we can actually melt down copper. The only problem is the copper. Because after spending about 2 hours looking for copper, we have 5 nuggets to show for it, and the only way I think we actually progress is doing the very, very long and boring part. We are going to pan for ore and more, in which we need a wooden pan, sand, and water. So we can grab all of that really quickly, but before that, let's go finish up collecting our food, and finally, we can water our plants. I almost forgot about that. I'm gonna go do that right now. Oh yeah, no, they need it really bad, especially the ones on the outside. It's really good that we caught that then. Though, aside from that small little setback, our growing turnips are almost done, so we might have our first harvest today as well. The only way that's gonna happen though is if we take care of it by watering. Now that looks a little bit better. Let's go drop off our food and finally sleep for the rest of the day, so we can begin the panning process. Alrighty, Grug has survived another day. As you see, I went ahead and started cooking up the red meat, just roasting it over a fire, because the last crock I have still has rotten food in it, so I can't get rid of it and fill it up with the good red meat stew until it goes away and rots fully. So in order to save the meat, which is already spoiling, I am roasting it up to make it last another few days. So we're going to be munching on that for quite a while. Thankfully, we were able to secure at least 4 full sealed crocks, so that will keep me fed for about, I would say, a month and a half. Hopefully. Aside from that though, the things I need right now is a bowl, a shovel, and a little bit of tenacity. Actually, there is one last thing I'd want, and that's better storage, right? We are going to be doing a lot of panning, so having a bunch of storage to just put in the miscellaneous ores would be very nice. We did craft up some pelts before, so really the thing I need to do right now is collect some cattails so we can make ourselves some hunter bags. Thankfully, all of the cattails have regrown, so it should be a full harvest. Hell yeah, we were able to get ourselves a stack and a half of cattails. Now I will admit, we actually had a bunch in storage, so that's where it came from, but now that we have these cattails, we can make ourselves some hunter backpacks, which is going to require 3 cattails and a small little bucket shape, with a small or medium pelt right in the middle. Basically making this shape here. Bada boom, we were able to make 4 hunter backpacks already. There we are! Would you look at that upgrade? Oh man, we are so back. And with these last cattails, I think I'm gonna go ahead and make a small reed chest just to have for this next thing we're gonna be doing. We're gonna check our farm, and then we can finally collect some sand. Yeah, they're still growing. Man, I was really hoping for a good harvest today, but they will be done this episode regardless. Okay, the way we make a bowl is pretty simple as well. All we need is a log and a knife. Ah, here we go. Awesome. This bowl right here is going to progress us super duper far. The last thing we need is gravel, and I think right over here we have just that. Yep, nope, it's basalt gravel. Okay, we're gonna grab like a full stack, and then we will move over to the farm and pan. Well, there goes our shovel. It did its job though, netting me a full stack of basalt gravel. On top of that, we actually found ourselves some obsidian rocks below the surface. That is extremely cool. I'm really sad we can't pick it up and use it for, use it for decoration. Maybe we can in the future though, I have no idea. And really, that's all we can do right now. We have gravel, we have the pan. It's going to be an actual slog, because in order to make both a hammer and a pickaxe, which is the two things we need, is going to require about 200 units of copper. Right now, we have 5, which translates into 25. So in order to make what I need, we need 40 full nuggets of copper. Oh man, this is going to take a little bit, but at the very least, we can watch our plants grow while we do it. I'm actually going to stop recording here because the grind is going to be insane. I'm going to drop down my little chest in the corner here, and we can begin. This is going to be so much fun. Alrighty everyone, I have just spent the last hour basically looking at paint dry, but we have finally completed the entire stack of panning, and we have some good stuff to show for it. A whole host of goodies. We're talking some sphelerite nuggets, some clear quartz, a stack and a quarter of basalt stones, 55 flint, 6 copper arrowheads, 4 rusty gears, 4 flint arrowheads, 8 flint spearheads, 7 clay, 6 quartz chunks, 2 gold, and 1 metal scrap. I do find it pretty comical that we can still get rusty gears, metal scraps, and flint arrowheads out of the water when we're playing the Homo sapiens mode, which means that I am the only human here. So I have no idea how these got here, but we have them right now. What matters even more, though, is the fact that we have 63 native copper nuggets. We actually have a little bit more than I intended, so we can make 3 tools instead of just 2, which means maybe in the future we could go prospecting for copper. But now that we have it, we can finally begin the metal pouring process. On top of that, it looks like our little charcoal pit should be done. Hopefully it worked. Oh yeah, it worked. That right there is some charcoal. So we gotta scoop it up, and finally we can go begin our dark work. Alrighty, that's gonna be just 1 stack of charcoal, which really isn't a lot, but it'll be enough to get my baseline set down. So we just need to make ourselves a little campfire, and instead of using firewood, we will be using charcoal. The one life hack I do have is moving my fire a little ways away from my house, just in case, because I don't want that to catch the straw on fire. So we're going to be doing it over here. But yeah, we're going to make a normal campfire with wood, and once it's at maximum temperature, we can put in the charcoal instead. While that's warming up, let's go grab the crucible so we can pour out the molds. Particularly our pickaxe and hammer mold, which both require 100 units each. We'll leave the crucible here. Matter of fact, we can put the crucible on the fire pit right now and fill it up with native copper. The fire is at maximum temperatures. We can throw out the firewood now and finally throw in our charcoal. I just realized we need one last thing, and that's going to be some tongs. We can craft that up really easily. And by easily, I mean quite literally right now. Where is my cattails? Bada boom, bada bingo. With these bad boys, our character won't burn his hands picking up the hot, molten metal. Yeah, we got that cooking up. We'll go leave our hammer molds now, and we just wait. Oh, and it's done. We got ourselves molten copper. Okay, let's pick it up, and let's pour them down. Oh, it's so satisfying. Look at that. Oh, that's progress right there. Alrighty, that's gonna be 2 right down there. We'll go grab the extra charcoal to save space, and now we have to wait even longer for the stuff to cool down. I'm gonna go drop off my supplies on the wall in the meantime, and we will soon be able to do our own mining. Now, I will say, it is a very primitive metal age, and we won't be making saws and stuff to, progress our tech tree, but by getting these tools, we will sow the seeds just for that. Meanwhile, let's go check out our farm. I haven't checked it out yet. Maybe it's done. It's not. Dang, dude, I was really hoping it would have been done at this point. Yeah, it's gonna require a little bit more time. We'll might as well top it off with water, though. It's always good to have that. Also, our rye is growth stunted due to the heat. That sucks, but good thing we have like another 30 plants to go alongside it. Okay, I learned something new today. Don't step on the hot 700 degrees Celsius hammer mold unless you want to burn your feet. We are almost out of cooked red meat, so it has kept me fed for the entire day. It is also getting a little bit later, so I might go to sleep, and we will grab ourselves an extra bowl of hefty red meat stew that we have in stockpile. Other than that, we're literally ready. So as soon as it becomes morning, it's time to strike it out and go mining. For surface deposits, we don't have a prospecting pick yet, though we could make one. I want to make sure we have enough durability in our pickaxe before we go ahead and do that, saving ourselves from another hour of panning. We woke up at 1:40, which really isn't a good time. I don't think I can sleep now. Yeah, we kind of screwed up on that one. But a little bit of nighttime maneuvering shouldn't be that bad. What's more important is the fact that we can pick up our pickaxe mold and our hammer mold. Bada boom, everyone! Now we just combine it with the stick, and we have ourselves our copper pickaxe. There's one, and there's two. With the copper pickaxe, we can mine copper nodes, and with the hammer, we can crush up those nodes into meltable objects. I have to say, it looks so nice in my hands. Yeah, yeah, yeah! The only problem is it's so laid out, I really don't want to go out and get mauled by a wolf out of nowhere, so I think we're going to wait a little bit longer until it gets a little bit brighter out. And look at that, our turnips are done. Oh, today just keeps getting better and better, huh? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see how many turnips we get out of here. 7 turnips each. That is actually a huge amount. We can replace the seeds right down here with the medium fertility soil, and now that we have these, I think we should go make ourselves a little food storage vessel down inside the cellar. By the way, if you think 22 turnips is a lot, just wait till the rest of the farm gets fully harvested. We're gonna be set for winter at this point. Yeah, food has become a thing of the past. On top of that, we also have like another 21 turnips in here, giving me 43 already. And looking at it, what I can do is move all of the stuff out of these contents, grabbing the last vessel over here, using this for food storage. Awesome. Now we just slap it down here and keep this stuff good for a very long time. Also, our red meat stews are good for like almost 2 months, man. Yeah, we're vibing. By the way, the grains are good for 2.6 years, so that will never go bad, and we can use that for either porridge or bread. Okay, cool. We're gonna reseal it, and I think it's bright enough out for me to finally go towards the surface deposits. Yeah, it's sun's almost up. And here we are, just as I left it. And usually how these surface deposits work is that directly below where I found the copper nugget, there should be some, whatchamacallit. Yeah, copper, right there. Oh, and it's medium quality, which means that the returns per chunk are pretty good. Now, if you look at the rock, it says that there is instability. So I can't dig down all willy-nilly, because there is a pretty good chance that the entire thing just caves in on me, and I really don't want to be the guy that dies due to OSHA compliance, so we are gonna be mining it very carefully. Scratch that, we actually hit the jackpot. Also, I think the instability goes up the more likely it is to crash and crumble, so we are pretty good right now with it being at a 20%. Yeah, we just have to keep our eyes on it. I think anything above 80 and I will start to worry a whole bunch. Anyways, let's see how much copper we can get out of here. How is it looking? It's still looking fantastic. Oh, look at that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, another small tip is that once you do clean out all of the copper, it is very beneficial to dig around the area a little bit because you can get small little splinter groups of copper like this. And if I would have just continued without, checking the actual area, we could have ignored that. Instability is up by 40%. So we do need to keep our eyes peeled for that. We'll fish around a little bit more, but I think that's gonna be the end of it. Yeah, let me dig straight up. That's rock. That's rock. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna be here for too much longer. That's still extremely helpful. Off to the next one. We've already gotten ourselves 17 medium chunks of copper. By the way, I was looking off in the distance, and that little island right there is extremely cool. All I have to say is the generation for this game is extremely cool. But that doesn't really matter, as we are becoming a copper fiend. Okay, next one should be in the same area. Matter of fact, we don't even need to dig in through the sides. We can just, actually, no, we are going to be digging in through the sides right in here. Let's see what we got. We have nothing so far. Now, the copper could be a little bit deeper, so I'm gonna go inside here and just dig straight down in hopes that we find it. Yep, there it is. We got enough packed dirt to get out of here should it hit the fan as well. All right, let's dig in. Ooh. Also, the quality here is rich, meaning we get 25 units of copper per thing. Okay, everyone, we are vibing. I think we'll have enough for a anvil, matter of fact. Unless it's... Okay, it doesn't end here. We're good. Instability, looking fine. Awesome, that gives me 11 rich chunks of native copper and 17 medium chunks. And right now, while we are in the mines, we can go ahead and smash that down into its proper amounts, giving me 123 nuggets of native copper. That's going to be all that we have to work with, but that right there is, let's see how many... That gives me about 615. That gives me about 600 units of copper. We need 800 for an anvil, so we don't have that, and sadly, that is going to be all of the surface deposits. But with it, we can make prospecting picks, even more pickaxes, and we can just get it the good old-fashioned way, which is strip mining and doing all of that fun stuff. But for now, I think that'll be enough. So after I nom on this big ol' soup bowl, we can go make our way back home with our ill-gotten gains. I guess they're not really ill-gotten gains. I've earned these, damn it. Anyways, we're heading back, unless we find a random piece of copper along the trail. I do doubt it, but it's always good to say it before it happens, right? Oh, that is a moose. Oh my god. It's a dead one. Holy hell! What happened here? Okay. I'm guessing the little guy probably just launched himself off the cliff. Dude, that is... that's like 3 times my size. Well, I mean, food is food, right? Good old Grug here is not one to refuse an easy meal. Yeah, that's 4 raw red meat, a piece of fat, and a hide to bring back home. Anyways, everyone, welcome back home. And I think this is a very good spot to end the season. Now, you might be asking yourselves, what does ending the season mean? Well, I set out with this entire challenge to be a lot more difficult than it was, but look at us now, right? We have ourselves a home, we have a farm with harvesting crops, we have metallic tools, and we can smelt up even more. We're still getting even more turnips, and it's only a matter of time before we become, like, literally chilling, right? We are thriving right about now, as is. And I think in order to save myself the burnout, what I'm going to be doing is ending things off here, and very, very soon down the line, continuing the series and progressing even further throughout the ages, right? Which will give me some more time to do some more variety content, and it hopefully won't burn you out as well. So, for now, I think this is going to be the end to Grug's chapter. The next time we pick up this game, we are going to be progressing through the ages. We're going to rebuild our home, we're going to begin blacksmithing, and we are going to begin strip mining and progressing our way up through the Metal Ages, maybe even making our own automated farm with a windmill and all of that goodness. Though that is going to be it for now. We can say for sure that Grug has progressed through the ages from a stone man all the way to a copper Chad. Anyways, if you guys have liked this, be sure to like, favorite, share, and subscribe for more. I will see you all later with Vintage Story. We will be revisiting this in the future. For now, we can watch our crops in peace. Anyways, I will see all of you later. Peace the hell out, everyone.